Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Harland Manson, and I'm here with these gaggle of gentlemen here, and we're gonna get right into this, starting with the pasty fuck to my right, Irish Outlaw. Irish. So, what are your feelings tonight?
My feelings about this whole thing at war for this War Games match. How am I feeling? Well, it's quite simple. On one hand, we have Psycho Sin, who's a constant epic failure, and because he's so hard on DJ's dick right now, looking for any opportunity to make him famous and relevant of some sort of capacity, that he has to point blame at me. Not only am I dealing with that, Mr. Harlan, but I am dealing with DJ, a man who is the biggest crybaby I have ever seen in the fucking world. He is crying about bullshit. His thing with me has stemmed over 4 years that he can't let go because he feels that I bullied him and beat him into the ground and showed him no respect. But in reality, what I was doing was building that goddamn kid's backbone, so he should be thankful for every fucking thing I did for him because I showed him the ropes when he came in to this type of business. I mean, what this kid doesn't fail to realize yet after 4 years, and I thought I beat it into him, that in this business, sometimes a veteran has to take you and beat you down over and over again to get it installed in you that this ain't no place for bitches and people who want to crash out and everything else. No, but you want to hold it against me so much so that you want to bring my family into this, DJ. And what you think you found like humor in yourself of beating me in front of my family, and you want to constantly bring that up. Let's talk about the people in the past that have brought up my family, okay? Let's bring that up, DJ.
It
Let's
doesn't end.
talk about people who've brought humor in that.
It doesn't
Peter
end.
Richards dog walked him. Taft Taylor dog walked him. Everybody who has brought up my family in the end has been put down. Let's be real, DJ. You came from behind the desk because you couldn't stand sitting on your ass just booking matches anymore. You wanted your name in the spotlight in your own company, and you want to talk shit about stuff that happened when I had my own company, DJ. You want to think that I wanted my spot in the spotlight? I did, but you're taking the same route that every other owner before you has taken. You come out from behind the suit and you want to put your name in the spotlight because you can't stand just sitting behind a desk. It's okay. Like, come War Games, I'm going to put you down. I'm going to put that epic dick rider known as Psycho Sin down. I'm going to put Red Arrow down because let's be real, I faced Red Arrow before and he's nothing special. And quite frankly, Eddie Ortin is just there teaming with you for nostalgia. So honestly, your team is a bunch of epic nobodies. I mean, you could have reached in a barrel full of fucking retards and pulled out a better team, but instead you just pulled a team full of randoms where the time you took me out in that Hell in a Cell, I was taking my time, making phone calls to the right people. That's where you were caught off guard on Conquest, DJ. I called my mentor, and you thought for one instance that my mentor in Drequan was going to stand next to you in this fight? No. Do you think for one instance, just because you threatened to kick a man out for whipping the dog piss out of you in JB, you think he was going to stand by you and give into your egotistical needs? No. Do you think Morrison Moore was going to take your side and join your team? Absolutely not, because you think I'm about holding people back because I'm an overseas and washed up veteran. That's your words.
All right, so
No,
Mr.
I'm
Irish, real quick. I don't
right.
mean to cut you off, Mr. Irish, but I just I want to get make sure that I understand the gist of this. So, one, you're dealing with a team full of pick me bitches, right?
Much.
Okay. Now, from my mathematics, and I failed the third grade math, but I still think I can count past 10. Now, it seems like you mentioned 4 people on DJ's team to what, 2? Because I don't, unless you have JB on your team.
I have Drequan, I have JB, and I have Morrison Moore. Morrison Moore is not here.
And we don't have Eddie Ortin here either.
Oh, okay. All right.
More
So
dealing with situations at home, personal. He'll be
now
here.
Morrison Moore, is that the twin of the Pick Me Bitch Psycho Sin?
That's the twin. Yeah, it's a twin, but the twin with the more brains than Psycho Sin. Actually, more star power than Psycho Sin.
I also think that Psycho Sin's hairline is farther back than Morrison Moore's as well.
You know
I can
what?
see more forehead on
I think
Psycho
I've
Sin.
heard. I think I've heard enough of what you want to try and say, Irish. I've heard enough of it. And you know what? I'm gonna let the people that are on my team get the
don't cut me
opportunity.
off here. We're gonna do this right, okay? I'll get to you, DJ. Pump the hate brakes, okay, Thanos? All right. Next up on the docket here, we've got Drequan, Drake Quizzle, the Smoke Master, the Roast Master Flex. He goes by 1,000 names and can smoke you out in 1,000 different ways. You have the floor, sir.
All right. So my situation and my involvement in this whole thing is, of course, as always, I can't stand DJ. Never have, never will, never liked that man. Even though me, myself, and my lovely protege Irish Outlaw have tried to show him the ways on many occasions. Now, granted, he's learned, he's followed the ways, he's followed so many different things that has gone throughout his career, and quite frankly, he thought in his mind, and to this day, he believes that his balls are bigger than anyone else's. Now, I have to understand and give you the kudos and congratulations on making sure that you have such large balls. But guess what? I'm going to make sure that you suck and choke on your own fucking nuts day in and day out. Because you know for a fact that myself and you.
I saw a squirrel do that once.
So just know, DJ, me and you, we have never and truly will never see eye to eye. Never have, never will. And I don't think we ever will get on the same page. But the only page that I know that me and you can get on is basically me dog walking and beating the brakes off your ass. So that's enough about you. But everyone else on your team, does it even really matter? Does it help you? Does it get you where you need to be? Does it make you feel like you are a man in charge? No. You have lackeys that follow you and follow your every word. And trust me and believe me, they are who they are. And at the end of the day, they know who they are to me. Nothing more than little smoked out little bitches. And y'all know for a fact that any time and every time that you all have had a match with me, guess what happened? You left highly delusional, fucked up, and your ass is tooted up in the air for someone to fuck you. And that's not going to be my job. I'll just let the LGBTQ community do that for you. But at the end of the day, just know that this team, myself, Irish, is it JB? JB on our team? Yeah. Okay. So it's myself, Irish, JB, Morrison Moore, and Mr. Red Arrow down there. We will basically give y'all the ass whoopings of a lifetime. And once it's all given out and dished out and promised like we say we're going to do, don't bitch, don't cry, don't go to a Justin Timberlake concert and cry yourself a fucking river because Britney Spears is not going to give you any pussy. She's just going to say fuck you and move the fuck on and get the fuck out of our ways because no one is going to stop this freight train from running you bitches over. Love it, enjoy it, like it. What's that last saying? Y'all know it. Live with it.
Live with it.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Drequan, for your words. Now, I know what you're expecting is for me to want to hear from JB, but I don't. The person that I want to hear from is the recently reanimated, previously dead. I'm pretty sure I saw his lifeless corpse hanging from a cell, the Red Arrow. How in the hell are you alive right now, sir?
That's not me. But I'm gonna start by speaking on Irish because
I would like for you
one
to answer
thing.
my question. What kind of sorcery is going on here? I need to know.
I like how he skipped me, by the way, but okay.
Because no
Yeah,
one
hold
wants
your
to
horses there. Calm down, Theo. We'll get to you.
All right, cool.
But if you want me to answer your question, that wasn't me hanging from a cell. That was someone else. distant
Okay,
relative of mine.
so the piss stains on the pants weren't yours. Got it. Okay, now Red Arrow, what do you plan to bring to the table in regards to helping DJ become the new Harlan Manson and defeat the faces on his roster?
It's not gonna happen.
It's quite simple. What I bring to it is the star power to the side with DJ, the violence to the side of DJ, because War Games is not just all about who you team with and if you have the likeness to stand side by side with them. It's all about causing the pain to people. Like I told
Right.
JB, you're stepping into territory that you don't know. You're stepping into something that you think you can withstand, but in all honesty, you put yourself in the line of fire just for someone else. That's where I come in. I can put myself in the line of fire of DJ, of Psycho Sin, of Eddie Ortin, and still get up and take the fight to the person and dish out what they did to me times 10.
Well, you know who you
None of
should
these-
fight? Whoever styled your hair tonight. You should definitely fight them. All right. Well, Red Arrow, I'm glad to see that you're alive and well and helping DJ become the maniacal tyrant that I know he could always be. Psycho Sin, I'd like to hear from your hairline now. I mean, from you, please. Can you tell me how you feel about facing your evil twin and facing against Drequan, the Irish outlaw, and Piggy Smalls?
Well, first of
I'm
all,
gonna get this interviewer. Like I'm gonna slap him in a second. Continue.
Morrison Moore is not my twin. He's just a disparagement like JB, like Drequan, like Irish Outlaw. And it's funny, Dre. It's funny. You want to say you can beat all of us and stuff like that. Remember a few weeks back, months ago, I beat you in the underground. I left you in a bloody mess. And I left you crippled. And you're still the same broken man. And you come back for more. And JB. JB. You're just a thorn in my side. You're basically a contagious infection that I can't get rid of.
We can't get rid of you either, but continue.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up. Now, I beat you how many times? 3.
Me.
3 times.
But
Is that
again,
right? 3 times.
the job,
Got it. Okay.
but
And
putting
by the
the
way,
job done on the biggest stage,
how many times you beat me?
job done on the biggest stage, and yet
Hold
some.
on, JB. I'm gonna have to ask you not to interrupt. I'm trying to hear from Psycho Sin here. Wait your turn, please.
All righty.
Yeah. Once.
On the big stage, I did it when it mattered, bitch.
Again, sir, please don't interrupt. I'm trying to hear what Psycho Sin has to say.
But I've beaten you. And I even just went to Bound for Glory to get a world title shot. And speaking of which, Irish, what happened to you in that 4-way, buddy? Oh, that's right. You were taken out. And who took your spot? Good old PS here. And now, come at Conquest this week, buddy. You're going to get put through hell. Just like all 4 of you guys in War Games are going to be put through hell and never be the same again. And I am
All
going
right,
to...
thank you, Psycho Sin. I appreciate your input on that. Now, I'd like to hear from the man of the hour, the most important person here, the master DJ.
You see, it's very funny hearing all of this when it comes to all 3 of the men that are speaking on the opposite team. The one team that honestly has given me a bunch of bed nails and makes me want to try and get sick and tired of all the bullshit I continue to deal with all of you continue to say nonstop crap. Like Drequan, I'm going to start with you first. It's generally hilarious how you tell me, despite everything that we've been through, and despite the fact that you said that Irish Outlaw was your mentor, that you didn't help me along the way either. Because I remember like it was just the start of my career. back in September 25th, 2021, one of the first few people who gave me a handshake, one of the first few people who actually granted me an opportunity to try and step foot in the spotlight was you. But that can't be said for Irish. But going back to you, because with you, we had a one-on-one match, one opportunity to try and prove who was the better man, and you walked out victorious, yeah. Because you were the veteran, I was the rookie. I was the one trying to prove myself. But it was so good that you decided, let's team up and let's try and take down Zach Storm and Irish Outlaw for the tag team titles. And while it didn't go according to plan, we still kept our deal at the end of the bargain. But no matter what, whether we were teaming up together or fighting against each other as rivals, or as just one who was just trying to prove who was better over the other, we always had that mutual agreement. So you saying a whole load of that bullshit, it hurts me. It hurts me right here, right in this little heart that I've kept hidden for so goddamn long. But as for you, JB, Mr. Fat Albert Little Chick himself, you really want to try and do everything you can to try and defend the one man that you claim is the hero, the one man that you claim is the one true savior for this company, and then make a whole load of videos. Oh my God, the children will love it. The men who are like 10 and like below will truly find this as something great. They'll probably make it to where it'll be close to Coco Melon. That's pretty much what you're showing me. That's all the type of evidence that I need to prove that you are truly on the wrong side. Because again, a guy like you got lucky the first time when I fired you, and I gave you a second chance to try and step back into DWE. But I'll admit, you did prove yourself. You stepped out of the little shadow that you had and made yourself become a star here. Whether there were a bunch of people doubting you, criticizing you, and blaming you for a bunch of things that you did, you always found a way to crowd out of the rabbit hole and become a made man. That's the reason why you're one of the best, I will say it, one of the best Intercontinental Champions here. I'll give you credit for that. But what I'm not going to accept is the same man who constantly tries to defend others instead of thinking for himself. That is the problem that you've had ever since you started here. You don't think for what you think is going to be about you. You always think, how am I supposed to defend this person or that person? How am I going to suck up to Morrison Moore's dick? That's all you fucking do. That's the entire perception for how you run yourself. And that's the reason why it's honestly got to the point where I just want to do the thing that I should have done a long ass time ago. And that's give you your pink slip papers and let you leave and never come back. But I kept you around because I hate to admit it, you're one of the rising stars here. One of the stars that's truly able to break out. But what sucks so much is that all that star power, all that lineage, all of everything that you've gotten is going to fizzle out like a snap of my fingers when you step inside that cage. And then there's Irish Outlaw, the best for last. You see, hearing your little speech saying that you did all of this because I was the rookie coming in, it's literal bullshit because you know the actual true side of the story. Just 3 weeks into my career, you wanted me out of this company completely because it was KCW. The first moment I had a chance to try and dip my toes in this community, the first thing you did was try and have your little ONS bitch boys try and assault me, try and target me, and try and make me feel like I had no chance of even surviving here. But even with your planned foiling of you trying to point a gun at me and shooting me, the one thing I can say is that after a little fight in your house is that it felt good to beat the shit out of your wife. Or, sorry, your ex-wife. It also felt better. It was also dealing with the amount of shit that
Again?
and that Wargames match in 2021. Because I remember I had to deal with 3 members of ONS all by myself while everyone else was eliminated. And I gave you multiple opportunities to try and prove to me that we can try and go our separate ways and actually have a mutual agreement after KCW was dead and buried. I gave you multiple opportunities. But when DWE was formed, I wasn't going to be one of those type of men that try and took you out completely because I made it clear to everybody that in-ring competition was done for me. No chance of me stepping back into this ring. No chance of me dipping my toes back into where I truly think I belong because all I wanted was to see you guys step up. Because before DWE was on YouTube, I had a whole load of people who wanted to try and get opportunity from multiple YouTube platforms. But I decided to ditch on them to bring you guys in because all I saw was future potential talent. But one person always spat in my fucking grave, no matter what I did, even if it was good or bad, was always you, Irish Outlaw. And it disgusts me how you want to blame me as the villain, as the victim for everything that I've done, when all you've been is the one bitch who's constantly shut down people's careers. Multiple people are no longer here anymore because of what you've done. You've done sadistic and disastrous things, yet people appreciate you for it. They treat you like God, make you rise up, like people want to bow down and make you feel good when all you should be doing is being buried to the ground where you truly belong because you belong in hell instead of heaven. And in this War Games match, there is no limits to what I'll do because, again, you asked for this just like the Hell in a Cell match. And everyone's watched the Hell in a Cell match. They'll know that I'll go to any lengths to brutalize you and torment you. But in this War Games match, with 3 other men that are by your side, not only are you getting yourself into this mess, but so are the other 3 men that are standing by you. Because now, me, Psycho Sin, Red Arrow, and Eddie Ortin all have to torture you limb by limb. Because remember, you're not only dealing with the owner of this company, you're dealing with one of the best television champions, the first person to hold both world titles in Red Arrow, and the longest reigning DWE World Heavyweight Champion. So you saying that we don't have the star power is truly idiotic. And yeah, I know that we have a former world champion in Drequan, and someone who could potentially win the world title in JB, but can you say the same thing for yourself, Irish Outlaw? Because have you been world champion yet? Not really. And that is going to be the constant thing that will continue to hurt you. That's if you can even make it far in the rest of your career after the War Games match is over. Because there will be blood, there will be casualties, and there will be 4 pure souls lying down flat on the ground while 4 men rise up, stand tall as the victors. But no matter what, Irish Outlaw, no matter how this ends or how it will go, just remember, you brought yourself into this mess, and I'm the one who's cleaning it up for you.
Right.
DJ, thank you for that. Now I got
before
hold on,
you get
real quick
to
because I gotta for you. Okay, go ahead.
before you get to the last minute of the hour, which is truly the man that really needs to speak on anything and everything about this in JB. Now remember this, DJ. You said it hurts your little heart that when I brought you or you came into this company and I led you on to different ways, different things. Not only that, we were a very successful tag team until we came up short against the tag team champions. Yes, we did. But at the end of the day, you got to realize this too, my friend. What stung me, what hurt me, and what basically bit at my pride is when you took my international championship. That is where everything changed. That right there is where everything changed between myself and you. So what makes you think that your little heart's going to be broken after I break your little ass in that 5v5 steel cage war games match, right? Payback's a bitch. And trust me, I've been holding on to that for the longest amount of time since you and I have been in here. So understand this. If anyone's going to take someone out, it's going to be me taking your ass out once and for all. So that way you can do what everyone else has already done in this lovely company. Sit behind that goddamn desk and call it like it is, a true owner.
You know, Mr. Harlan, before we get to JB, you know, DJ, the biggest regret I have. It's funny you mentioned that gun pointed at your face. You know what my biggest regret was? Not pulling the fucking trigger. Because I could have solved this problem a long fucking time. Hold on. We heard from your yammering skull cave. We heard from your yammering skull cave. We don't need to hear from your ignoramus having ass anymore. Okay? You big egotistical prick. Shut your mouth. Okay? The biggest regret I have is not pulling that trigger when I had the chance. But come War Games, you may go to any lengths. And you prove that inside Hell in a Cell. But come War Games, there's no limits to what I can and can't do. And who knows, maybe I'll pull that same gun from underneath that ring before I come inside to that cage, and I will pistol whip you with it over and over again. And when we finally pin you 1, 2, 3, I can rid DWE of your egotistical ass once and for all, because this time there'll be nothing stopping me from pulling that trigger. Point blank in case. Mr. Harland, take it away. Get this
Sorry.
punk bitch out of
I'm
my
glad
face.
you had something to say because I was finishing this delicious pizza that I got from my trip down to Brooklyn. Called Bella Luigi's. Best pizza I've ever had. Probably the best thing that Brooklyn's produced, unlike this giant piece of shit that we're about to talk to right now. JB, now, I gotta ask you a few questions here. You seem like the odd man out in this team. You seem like you could be the weak link in this War Games match. Now,
Hold on,
do
Jeffrey.
you
What you
fear
talking
the
about?
Red Arrow?
What's this Jeffrey Dahmer lookalike talking about? What do you? Hey DJ, can you hire better interviewers next time? Because I'm really about to slap him. And how much does a fine cost?
Focus. Your opponents are down there, not over here. Focus.
All right.
Oh, he has trouble doing that, so.
All right. Look. This is what I'm gonna say.
Ask you a question.
Red Arrow, huh?
Go with your yapping. Say it right now. Just go with your yapping.
Red Arrow said that I got myself in a line of fire that I can't handle. Well, lo and behold, I've been under the fire and under the stovetop all my career, so I can handle this fire. I can handle the situation I am, and I can stand on a spine, stand on a limb, unlike you when you kiss up to DJ. And then there's Psycho Sin. I don't know if this is I'm in a Coldplay concert where he has multiple bitches and he has multiple people sucking his dick like prostitutes and anything. But what I do have to say is
Have you ever been to a Coldplay concert? Because that doesn't happen there. But continue. I digress.
Is that it's a lot more disappointing that Psycho Sin went from having a spine to being DJ's little blob bitch that decided to kiss his ass because that's the only way he'll be successful. And then there's DJ, someone that I used to respect at some point, but then he decided to go low and attack a man in front of his family, wife, kids. I mean, there has to be a moral, there has to be a stopping point. There has to be a point where we don't bring fucking family involved. We don't do anything and go through any lengths when it comes to hitting low points. You want to talk about Irish hitting low points and everything? You hit the lowest of lows when you decide to attack a fucking woman. I don't know who the hell you think you are. I don't know where the big ego comes from. I don't know why you hold on from a grudge that was 4 fucking years ago that could have been solved in there.
JB,
But no.
Listen. Hold on. Because I got some words of advice for you here, okay? You say the DJ attacked a woman. Well, there's a saying here.
Don't have to make
Bitch should have ducked. Bitch should have ducked. Okay? If she didn't duck, she deserved it. All right. Now, JB, I understand that you want a white knight all over fucking DJ here. Keep your cream to yourself, okay? Now, let's get on with the goddamn interview, all right? Come on.
My point is that I am gonna go through any lengths, and I'm gonna do what I have to do to help Irish, to help Dre, to help Morrison, to show that when it comes down to it, that moral value will withstand corruption. That when corruption becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. We have to rebel against a man that thinks he's a tyrant, that thinks he's a king, that thinks that his authority matters, when lo and behold, he's supposed to be doing his job, nothing more, nothing less. We will make sure that it happens.
Hey, JB, Dre.
Did you just compare DJ to somebody else that we know that might be a well-known political figure? Because that's very odd. But okay. Arrow, would you
Mr.
like
Hey,
to
Mr.
comment
Mr.
what JB said
Harlan,
about you being a emo white bitch?
oh, DJ, in case you're wondering who I'm texting, it's your mama. She texted me. She said, "Please don't hurt my boy inside War Games." I was like, "It's okay. Once I down your boy, I'll make sure everything will be all right." Where you at? Where you at,
Wait,
DJ?
wait,
Listen,
wait.
listen, hold on. Listen, don't
Come
worry.
out. Don't put other.
Listen, don't worry because I already slid into your wife's DMs before this started.
Oh shit!
Oh, and by the way,
That's all
I
good. That's all good, DJ. That's all good, DJ. Because you got a girl too, right? Like, don't worry. Papa Irish take care of her too.
but
Hey,
by the
listen,
way,
I'm sure
Irish,
that DJ's mom's a little bit too old for you, but I digress.
by the way, Irish, can you come in closer real quick?
Don't
I
get
don't. I would, but that big
Don't-
ass forehead's in my way. What's up?
Well, here's the thing. As far as like between our team, I don't give a damn about your ratchet kids and your wife.
That's great. You just spit out everything that fucking DJ said. Congratulations.
Hey,
Hey, do me a
hey.
favor, Psycho Sin. Hey, JB, shut up.
War
Shut up.
game. This ain't
Psycho Sin, you're using the same rewatch bullshit that DJ is.
good. We're running out.
Pull the dick out your mouth and find some fucking content that's your own, okay?
Just wait until conquest when I rip your head off.
Look,
Oh
I'm
my
waiting
God.
in the chat, but we're running
Hey
out.
DJ, how far is your
Psycho
army?
Sin. Hey, this is I don't have to wait till conquest.
Look at the We're running out of
Order in the
time right
court.
now.
Thank you.
I don't have
You're
the
not gonna
time to
let this
continue
guy.
speaking. I don't have the time to continue speaking because we're starting to run out of time. This is all we're gonna say right now. It's just very clear, just from all the people that you're listening to, that all you need to do is just watch Survivor Series what is it? Yeah. What? Just 2 weeks? November
Can't even get the
23rd.
shit out. His shit's not
November
clear.
23rd. Oh no. This is 'cause I'm the owner here. I'm the one talking because I'm the one who runs this. November 23rd, Survivor Series War Games. War Games match with all three of these men except Morrison and Eddie, because they sadly couldn't make it. But don't worry, they will be here. They will be here soon. But
Well, most likely more.
no matter what happens, let the games begin.